Good morning, everybody. It's a Creative Wednesday and it's the 25th of November. How this year has, sometimes you feel as if you've been years in one year and yet just in days it's just flowing by, flying by. But we're now in November and we're still kind of almost in the same situation or more difficult really than the beginning of the year. Anyway, this might be a shorter video than usual because I've had a very hectic time. I'm organising final manuscripts and submitting to publishers, audios, videos, and an exciting new venture. And you will find out about it soon, but not today. So I'll keep everybody updated on that. So for today, I wanted to talk about the importance of being creative. As you know from previous videos and podcasts, that creativity builds resilience, and we are all in desperate need of resilience during these ongoing difficult times. In fact, I thought actually about even starting my daily videos again, and then I thought, no, keep them keen. Maybe not mean, but keep them keen. So you still get my dose of well-being and motivation and inspirational videos, but once a week still on a Wednesday. I make no apologies here for plugging my book. We're not very good at boosting ourselves and promoting ourselves, but this is not with arrogance, but I am very proud of my book, which is Resilience and Courage. Now, I think this works out as in the reverse when I show it like this, but it is resilience and courage, and it's the key to endurance. And you really should consider buying it, if not for yourself, for a friend for Christmas. We're all still going through difficult times and we need this resilience. We need to learn to build resilience and have and maintain resilience to take us forward into next year. So why not start with finding out how to be resilient? Get the book now. Now you can get it on my website. I would sign a copy for you. You'd email me with a message that you might want, or it's on Amazon and other, I think, book online bookstores. So when life throws you a curveball, you're able to face it and deal with it if in a more positive way, if you have resilience. So this year has caused many people to be stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, and even scared. I'm always kind of get fed up hearing about the scaring, and I tend just not to watch these negative if you take responsibility for your own actions. So there's really no need to be overwhelmed. There are things you can't control. You can only control how you deal with them. So you need to take responsibility for your actions. Be kind, not just to yourself, but to others. And those who cope best in these challenging times have resilience. Now, some of you or many of you will be saying, oh, I haven't got resilience. I can't learn resilience. But actually you can. And how you can learn is by being creative. We've seen people do this through the lockdown this year. Through all the months, we had people who were sharing their new hobbies, their dancing, their singing, their activities, the funny activities, even lots of the animal videos. Everything was sort of cheering us up. But the people who were actually sharing on social media, they're singing together, whether it's father-daughter partners or whatever, or even doing like Zoom calls. So they weren't together, but they were singing together. Absolutely amazing. And that's being resilient. They were being creative. But more than that, they were being courageous. Because by sharing that, it's a bit like me. The first time I did the video, I now have my crown back in, if you've noticed, so I've got kind of my smile back. But I felt it was being brave, and I thought, no, I have to do this. And sometimes when I started, I don't think I was maybe my hair or my makeup, but anyway, you have to kind of put that aside and think, right, I'm just going to go for it. I wanted to share that you can be just self-motivated and inspire yourself. And I wanted to do that for you. So when you're brave enough to do something, it inspires and motivates others as well. And of course, we've got to congratulate these people who did this, but actually also people should be encouraging themselves and congratulating themselves. I'm really pleased I've got Barbara's on there. Thanks very much. I don't know what Wave does. I think Denise was on as well. Thank you very much. But really, we're not good at that. And we have to just say, do you know what? I'm really good at what I do. So I hope you've been kind of looking at my podcast as well. There's an episode on resilience. There's one on keeping your spirits up. And the latest one is get tough when the going gets tough. And you can do it. I mean, learning to be creative, of course, it means just taking small steps. It's important, of course, to have support from positive people who encourage you. And interestingly enough, I think somebody, Barbara, if she doesn't mind me saying, shared this morning that she's got good news. She's had good news. And on a reference, somebody had literally told her what they'd thought of her, which was absolutely fabulous. And it was someone from I was a teacher from long ago. Why hadn't she been told that when she was younger? I mean, often we're not told things, but the message just now to you is that don't wait until anyone else encourages you. You really need to encourage yourself, and it's absolutely fabulous. So, just think of that. And don't have your achievement board. I hope you've all got that. Have your achievement board there so that when you're, kind of maybe feeling a bit low, you go, do you know what? I achieved that. This doesn't need to be the gold medal for Olympics or marathon running. It can be as simple as if you've never baked before, you've baked a cake and it tastes fab. That's an achievement. So it's little things. And remember the Chinese saying, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one small step. Another tip for creativity is to make plans, but again, don't go overboard with them because you'll overwhelm yourself. So never lose sight of your vision or your dreams, but break down everything into little steps at a time, manageable steps. And I think one of the more recent podcasts I did, which I think is really good for this, is find your passion and your purpose. Because when you find your passion and purpose, you will find magic in everything you do. And it's absolutely wonderful. Self-awareness. Now, being creative might be something new to you. So the part that self-awareness has to play is you've got to look at and remember and focus on the positive view of yourself. Remember, we've talked before about past conditioning and labels. You might have been told, oh, you'll never make much of yourself. I wouldn't be going for university. I wouldn't be going for that job. Well, you've got to forget all of that and take this positive view of yourself and encourage yourself. So ditch the old labels. It's not you. That's someone else's view. If they're negative, ditch them as well. So you can do all of this through the affirmations, these positive statements. And you just say, I am good. I am confident. And add whatever words you want. I am good at baking. I am good at singing. I am good at being me. So, as soon as you do these things, and remember to keep the smile on your face, you feel better. And of course, actually, people around you feel better too. So being resilient, of course, doesn't mean that you're forgetting your past, but you can look back at your past and reflect on the experiences. Remember, you can't change the past, but you can change how you view it. So to be creative, you also need to be flexible, be adaptable to change. We've had a lot to put up with this year. We don't know what's ahead, but if you view change as an opportunity, then you cope better and you're not afraid of what change brings. Embrace it. Hold on to the positive. Be tenacious. That's just holding on. Never let go of your dreams, of your vision. And really, you can make your dreams come true and create the life you want. So people have said to me, well, how can I become creative? I remember doing creative writing a few years ago. I do like writing, and you can just start. I remember one of the exercises, I was kind of thinking, I thought, I can't write. You just lift, I've got a pen here, but it's better on pen or paper, not on the computer. But lift a pen. I don't know if anybody, when they used to, on the phone, doodles. I kind of doodle quite a bit. So you take your pen and you actually just start writing. Oh, I can't write. Oh, I can't write. Oh, I wonder where this is go. This is a funny day. I'm just doodling. Just any sort of words coming out, and you'll be amazed at what you eventually write. In fact, I tend to be a bit of a hoarder, so I keep some of the things I've written. And I don't know if you've done this, but you can look back and think, oh, who wrote that? So, it's absolute. You find your mind wandering and your pen just takes off. And I'm excited to see I'm giving people a heads up here, a kind of way of helping you. And I haven't got a cover of it because I've submitted the manuscript. It's not published yet, and I think it'll be taking us into the new year. But I've called it Changing Seasons of Life, and it's going to be your creative journal. Now, I do tend to, it's full of short stories and poems as well, but also ones written by a fabulous good friend, a young friend, Danielle McGregor, and she writes fabulous rhyming poems rather. My short stories and poetry they're very abstract. So I've done it deliberately. This is intentional because it's to stretch your imagination. So the Changing Seasons of Life will have lots of pages where you'll doodle and just write your own story. Creativity is in every one of us. You just need to bring it out. So the tips for today are: know that you've got choices, be courageous, and a very special person's on there watching is Kirsty, and she was courageous and kept her confident. If you lack confidence, you have to go, right, I'm going to go for this, and now has a fabulous going business, and I'm so proud of her. Hope she doesn't mind me saying that. Wonderful daughter. So waves to her. So no more hiding, no more being afraid, no more of self-doubt. We can have all of that. And I love it. Just smile. Smile costs you nothing. And I've said it before and I keep saying it. But keep that smile on your face no matter what you do. And when you create something, it will be fab. And of course, again, not only a smile lifts the muscles in your eyes, and I hope it's helped me because it kind of lifts the muscles in your eyes and your lips, but it makes you look younger. So hopefully I'm looking younger at the moment, and it's got that ripple effect. So it's got the ripple effect on those around you, and you get happy. You get kind of a happy mood, and it boosts you, and it boosts other people around about you. And of course, the other tip is to breathe. Remember the effect of the deep breathing. Oh dear, I know I'm like a broken record here, but breathing the shallow breathing just makes you all tense. So you need to be breathing from the lower diaphragm. So if you do gym exercises or yoga, hopefully your trainer will tell you, breathe from the lower diaphragm, because that brings in more oxygen into your blood. Therefore, you feel calmer, you feel more relaxed, but also energized. And anytime you feel, anger rising, and I've said it before, remember that, the O.J. Simpson trial, the judge said to the prosecutor who was getting all worked up, take 3 deep breaths. Because when you take 3 deep breaths, you actually can't get angry. It just stops you in your tracks. So remember that. And then, of course, embrace change. The funny thing is that change happens all the time, even without us doing anything. You can't maybe find your favourite sweet. You find things, it just anything, or even when a loved one dies, it's your choice. Do you want to choose to step forward or just, I suppose, wallow in kind of self-pity and things? Now, I'm not saying you forget, because as everybody knows, I did lose my son, but you have to move forward, and by moving forward positively when you lose a loved one, and lots of people have lost loved ones this year, but you have to think of it as honouring their lives. And then, of course, affirmations. So you can say your ones for today would be, I am creative, I am creative. And then the breathing. And for today, I'm going to I've done it before, but I'm going to use the Mind Bites meditation called Changing Seasons. And of course, some people love the rain. They say, what is it? Learn to dance in the rain. Children love to splash in puddles. Others maybe hate the rain and stay inside. There'll always be the complainers. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too rainy, it's too dry. Stop that and just embrace all the seasons. Nature is fabulous. Just look outside. In fact, there's no rain today. So in fact, the sun's even shining outside. So embrace that. You can't stop age. We all get old. Some get sick. Some lose what's dear to them. But these things are not within our control. So you can't, people are frightened of life and they get angry. But the choice is yours. Why live in fear and anger? Why not embrace all of life? So changing seasons for today, if we want to just take a wee moment to do our meditation. And the meditation today is changing seasons. So you remember, of course, to ground yourself, put your feet on the ground and just take a deep breath in through your nose, hold, and then exhale through your mouth. Now this is, the Changing Seasons is a meditation that helps you to feel calm and it helps you face change. So I want you to close your eyes and have your back straight. So you want to feel confident, not slouched in the chair. And that gives you that kind of feeling of confidence as well. So I want you to close your eyes and just imagine yourself in a lovely garden. There are beautiful flowers all around. Take a moment to admire all the glorious colours, the beauty of nature in each flower. Imagine your favourite flower. Feel the petals, feel the softness of the petals. Now imagine the garden in changing seasons. In spring, when nature becomes alive and the buds begin to open. Warmth is in the air and the sunlight opens these buds into beautiful flowers. You move into summer and you feel the heat on your face, the heat of the sun on all the garden. The flowers are raising their heads up to the sun, and you too feel alive. It's warm. You feel good. Then we move into autumn. The leaves are turning from luscious green to golden russet reds, moving through to dark red. You're in the garden and the leaves are falling now from the trees and you're moving into winter. There's a quietness and winter is arriving. There's a smattering of snow on the ground, just a dusting, a light snow. There's a calmness in the white. Now take a deep breath in through your nose, hold, and then exhale. Imagine the changing seasons again. Take another deep breath in We're breathing in all the beauty of nature. Hold, and then exhale. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes and just say to yourself, I feel calm. I am confident. I know I can face change with calmness and confidence. And then you can just shake your shoulders and yawn and stretch, just bring yourself back into the now. I hope you enjoyed that. It just sets us up for the day. It sets me up for the day, knowing that everybody's watching. Thank you. And again, I'd keep doing this, but I don't know what it means, but we'll just do a wee wave. And thank you very much for listening. And we're still in virtual hugs to everybody. And everyone's missing everybody else, but I'll be here every Wednesday still. And please listen to my podcasts, and I'll post this video up again on Facebook later so you can see they're on the YouTube channel. And support me as well by subscribing to my podcast. And I'll keep on about my exciting news every time I come on, and you'll eventually hear what it's about. Thank you again, and have a great day. Bye just now.